I'm Barry Tramel with the Oklahoman. I never played basketball for Bobby Knight and never really wanted to. But I get a little dose of it every week now that Knight is the Big 12 analyst for ESPN's Big Monday games. Don't do this. Don't do that. Cut that way. Here's why this doesn't work. And it's all through the filter of television, so cuss words are rare, unlike the poor saps at Indiana and Texas Tech, who played basketball for Knight and almost 40 years were treated like boot camp soldiers. It's not for everybody. Bobby Knight never was. But I think it's great television. It's a basketball tutorial. Knight and Brent Musburger are the new Big 12 team at the expense of a couple of excellent broadcasters. Ron Franklin was Mr. Big 12 Hoops, having called Big Mondays since their 1992 inception. And Fran Fraschilla was a superb analyst who knew the league inside and out, and besides was a heck of a nice guy for a former big-time coach. But Musburger and Knight are hard to beat. Musburger brings a big event feel to any game. This is a voice that's been bringing us America's biggest sporting events for 30 years. He called the Alabama-Texas national title game on a Thursday, then was in Norman for Bedlam basketball 4 days later. Musburger doesn't always know what he's talking about. The other night, he mentioned that K-State still has to play at Texas. Hey, Brent, Big 12 never has been home and home out of the division. But I can forgive that. And everything Knight says is interesting. Always has been. You don't have to like him. I think he's a reprehensible human being to find him interesting. I'd rather live next door to Brad Henry than to Napoleon, but I'd rather listen to Napoleon. Knight doesn't get into feel-good stories about players' backgrounds or coaches' history. Just tells you plain and simply how basketball games are really won and lost. That's hard to find on television broadcasts, but you can find it on Big Mondays.